Right, okay, fan reaction time then. Burnley 1, Bristol City 0. At the end of the day, a win is a win. But it should have been a lot more comfortable than that, shouldn't it? We were superb. Like, I'm not criticising the performance at all. We were genuinely brilliant. Anthony, I know I've mentioned it already in the 60-second review, but Anthony had 2 chances that he should have done better with. I know Scott Parker said that the first half we were superb, and in the second half we just had moments. I probably do agree with that, to be fair, but I was saying that on Twitter during the game, where I was saying, like, my God, we should be 2, 3, 4 up here. And the longer this goes on, the more nervous it's going to get, the more that they're going to naturally throw people forward, and the more that then we're going to naturally sit back. So that's pretty much exactly what happened. But we should have been out of sight, and this is what I was saying in January. Like, if we'd have just added somebody who can put the ball in the back of the net, we win that game 3-4-0. But yeah, Anthony's had them 2 chances, and in front of goal, I thought he was poor today. And to be fair, not just in front of goal, I thought there were some occasions where his passing was a little bit off. He had that chance where he ran through and Foster was making a run in the middle, obviously in the second half when Foster would come on, and he just couldn't get it to him. And there were a couple of times where he miscontrolled the ball. I like Anthony, and I do stick up for him a lot, because I think some people don't sometimes see the work rate, and the energy that he brings to the team. But today I do feel he still worked hard, to be fair to him, but I just thought his decision making and a bit of a lack of quality in the final third from Anthony today. But my only criticism on the team as a whole is we should have been out of sight. We were more than comfortable. We were easily the better side. Bristol City didn't really get a sniff in that first half. I thought in the last 5 minutes or so the pressure from us dwindled a little bit, and they did get into it a little bit, but they didn't really create anything. And the only shot I remember them having, and again, I've probably missed one off the top of my head here, but the only shot I remember them having is the one in like the 97th minute or whatever it was that went straight at Trafford. Oh God, if that had gone in. He had 3 minutes on. I'm exaggerating when I say 97th, but it were easily like that 95th, something like that, pushing 96. And I know we made the sub, but we didn't take 3 minutes to make the sub. Thankfully, it were obviously straight at James Trafford, but yeah, we were brilliant today. And if we play like that next week at Coventry, hopefully we have better luck in front of goal. Well, not better luck, just we are better in front of goal. So I don't think we were lucky in front of goal. We were just poor. But hopefully next week. Next week's the test for me. Next week is the hardest game between now and the end of the season. Coventry away, but I watched them last night against Sheffield United. And as good as Sheffield United were, I'm not taking anything away from the Blades. I thought they were fantastic. Tell you what, just one quick little thing on them. That's the first time I've watched Sheffield United this season. Admittedly, I've probably only watched them 5 or 6 times. But that's the first time I've watched them this season. I thought, brilliant performance. These are good. They played really well last night. I thought Heyman was good. I thought Tyrese Campbell was great. I thought Sidney Peck was good. They are a bit of a worry for me. I know our Green King released that clip recently of me saying Burnley will get second, but I sent them words into them before they played QPR, and then we recorded it before the Sheffield Wednesday win. So they just keep winning, and they're a worry for me. But obviously a team that doesn't keep winning is obviously Leeds United. 1 win in 5 now for them. So Is it a Burnley and Sheffield United top 2? Are Leeds the team we should be looking at? Obviously, everyone's focusing on Sheffield United, or I've been anyway. I know some of you don't like it when I talk about the other teams in the top 2, but I feel like it's important to see how they're doing, and important to see how poorly they're doing in Leeds' terms, because I've been looking at Sheffield United thinking maybe we can catch them, but obviously if they keep winning, unless obviously we beat them at the turf, then there's not much we can do. But their next games are winnable. Having said that, Leeds' games was winnable today, so it's going to be a lot of twists and turns. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs. There's going to be some games that maybe Sheffield United drop points in where we're expecting them to win. There's going to be some games where maybe we even drop points in. Obviously, 26 unbeaten, I think it is now, which is superb. And I think a lot of people have been unfair on this team this season, probably myself included at times. But I feel like I'm more of a not a defender, but somebody that tries to sort of like see the positive in things. You will see me having a rant every now and then, but 26 games unbeaten, barely conceded a goal all season. Obviously, we've conceded some, obviously, but you know what I mean. Like a clean sheet record, the best defensive record that this division has ever seen. We are doing very well, and we deserve to be up there with Leeds and Sheffield United. We really, really do. And I know I sit here sometimes, and when I'm talking to Connor and Jimmy, the Leeds and the Sheffield United fan, I talk about how good Leeds have been, but in terms of quality, they should be beating Swansea. Like, obviously they've dropped points today, 2-2. 2 mistakes from Mesley again, to be fair. If they had a good keeper, they'd be out of sight now, would Leeds. But having said that, he saved the penalty. But yeah, maybe we should be looking at Leeds now and putting the pressure on them, because they like a bottle, don't they? They really do like a bottle. Obviously, we've done it a few times before. It's looking like they might potentially do it again. I still think they go. I still think they win the league. I don't know what it is about them. I don't know why they keep bottling it. But yeah, we'll go back to the match. Yeah, as I was saying, first half I thought we played really, really well. Much the better side. Second half, still the better side, but probably not as good as we were in that first half. But fantastic to get the 3 points. That's all that matters. Just get the 3 points, get it done, and that's exactly what we did. But yeah, I'm worrying now about next week. That's why I ended up digressing into Leeds and Sheffield United. What I was going to say about Coventry, although Sheffield United did play well, I thought they were poor defensively against Sheffield United. So I've looked at that and thought maybe we can get at them a little bit. Felt that Sheffield United, although they were clinical against Coventry, I felt like they showed that defensively. I thought Bobby Thomas, I know obviously previously at Burnley, I did have high hopes for him when he was in the Burnley team. Obviously moved on to a decent Championship side in Coventry. I thought he was quite poor, so I feel like we can get at them. But next week's massive. Like, if we can get another 3 points next week, or even if we draw and maybe Sheffield United and Leeds both drop points and we're still within touching distance and it's still in our own hands, because that's the most important thing. If we win every game between now and the end of the season, no matter what the other teams do, we finish in that top 2. The title isn't in our hands just yet, but any more drop points from Leeds than it is. Obviously, if we win every single match, because we have to play Sheffield United, who obviously are above us at the minute, but if we win every single match, I know we're not going to, we might do, but if we win every single match, we finish in that top 2. It's in our own hands, and we need to keep it in our own hands. And obviously, I know I've said it before, but we need to be above Sheffield United before that final game of the season. If they're above us and all they need to do is win, for example, at home to Blackburn, then they're going to win at home to Blackburn. But yeah, big performance. Big performance. Only criticism is we didn't put the ball in the back of the net enough. But it's good to see us creating a lot of chances, because we've struggled with that at the start of the season. Since Edwards come in, obviously not so much. I thought he was superb again today. Obviously, we'll do man of the matches on the full-time show tomorrow. Looking to do it at 6 p.m, but I'm going to message all the lads and stuff now. But I thought Edwards was great today. Such a low centre of gravity. When he's on that ball, he's absolutely a joy to watch, isn't he? As I've already said, I thought Anthony was a little bit poor. Steve and CJ do the same thing every single week, and we don't really praise them as much anymore because we're used to it, but they were both fantastic as well. Perez looking decent again. Roberts looking decent. Josh Cullen, superb. I thought Brownell was okay as well. There wasn't a bad performance on the pitch, really. I know I've criticised Jadon Anthony, but I think it was just his decision-making in the final third, rather than it being a poor overall performance. Worked hard again, but yeah, fantastic. Good to see us hitting form at the right time. Marcus Edwards coming in, I think he's really changed us. He's really got us. I know it was a Fleming free kick that won it, but why did it come? Because Edwards had the ball, was running, got fouled. We just don't have that type of player anywhere else on the pitch, and we don't get that free kick in that moment without Marcus Edwards on that pitch. But yeah, superb. It's starting to look good, isn't it? Starting to look good. I'm not going to ask the Alexa to play anything just yet, like Andrew already has. I'm not going to go too early on that. But maybe, just maybe, they might fall apart again. We'll see. We'll see. Focus on ourselves. I know that's rich from me when all I do is go on about Leeds and Sheffield United, especially when I'm watching them and screenshotting the results and putting it out on the socials. But let's just concentrate on us and let's just get over the line. Get in there, Burnley. Good win.